Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha Rizundu and today we're doing Project Pan update. I actually am pretty excited about this update because I've got a few surprises or things that I'm a little bit proud of. So everything on my face is pretty much always Project Pan, so if there's anything you like, I will mention it if I'm wearing it. So let's get into it. We are in March right now. I just have a list. I don't have a particular order. It's just what my list is. So we're going to go in that order. There are a couple of things that I'm like so close to finishing that I'm actually going to put in a replacement because I'm going to finish it in a couple of uses, but I'll show you as we go into it. The first one is the Fourth Ray Turmeric Face Milk. This is pretty much done. It doesn't come out with the dropper anymore. So I've had to start turning it over. So even though there's a little bit in there, I reckon I've got about 2 uses left. So where I was, I'm just going to remark where I was because it faded a little bit. I've done really well. I really tried to focus on it. So I've used this much in 1 month. So I'm just estimating because it's not perfectly straight. But that's kind of what we're looking at in a month's usage, which is pretty impressive. I really like this. It's just a dose of hydration before I put on my makeup. It's really wonderful. I really enjoyed using it, which you can see as evidence. So what I've actually done is I'm going to call this, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to keep using it into the next month, but I'm definitely going to have it done in a couple of uses. So I am going to bring in a new product. This doesn't exist anymore. And it's very similar to this, where it's just like a drink of water for my face. Really nice hydration. This is from Kmart, Australian Kmart. The OXX Bloom range no longer exists. OXX does, but not the Bloom range. This is a serum primer, lightweight, contains antioxidants. Feels like putting water on your skin. It's just really nice and light. And it's one of these primers that I can always put like a blurring or smoothing primer over the top if I want to. It's just a really nice base. So I'm gonna add this one in, and it's the same idea. I can just draw. So here's where we are, kind of up to the second O. Yeah, that kind of looks pretty accurate. So that's where we are with that one. We don't have a huge difference here, which is very surprising. I've been using this, so granted I don't need a lot, but it's quite interesting how little I have used in a month's time. Maybe the other line was inaccurate. I mean, I can even see this line. I've done it a little bit short, but that's okay. It's kind of hard. It's basically at the bottom of the black line because it's a thick black line at the bottom of that. So we've kind of got like 1/2 centimeters worth, which is really not much at all. But yeah, that's where I'm at with my Morphe skin tint. I love this. I'm wearing it today. It's just, didn't wear it as much this month purely because it's been so insanely humid that, and this is a dewy foundation. So I have been leaning more towards my Nars Soft Matte, and I only use a little bit, but it's just because it's got that little bit, it's less dewy and it's so humid, it's just gonna slide all over my face. So I haven't worn it as much for that reason, but we should be coming out of this humidity pretty soon. Even today is a really nice, cool day, or cooler day. So I should be getting more use out of this for the next month. So I'm not too impressed with that, but I'm also know that I did use it quite a bit, just not as much as I normally would with a Project Pan because of the weather. Right, Hourglass Concealer. Now this is an interesting one. I don't know how I still have this. I use it every single day. Well, every day I wear makeup, and it's still going. And if you watch my last update, I for sure thought I was gonna have it finished. When I tell you there's nothing in here, I'm pretty certain I've got nothing left. So what I wanted to do is on camera with you, I wanted to weigh it with the stopper, take the stopper out and actually have a look at what's in there because I can see clear, like there's nothing in there. I don't know how it's still applying on my face. So my guess is it's all in the stopper. Last update we're at 29.32. Now we're 28.1922. What is it? 21. It keeps changing. The wind is changing it. I'm gonna do 0.19 because that's what it was originally. And now I'm gonna take the stopper out and we're gonna weigh it again. That's not gonna come out. I can tell you right now, there's nothing in here. I can actually see clear walls because this is glass. The whole thing is done, but I reckon there's a little bit at the top of the stopper. So I'm gonna keep using this and I will try and remember, or I'll write down how many more uses I had before it was done. but it's essentially done. I don't know if I can show you. I'm gonna do my best. But in here, it is, yeah, I think you can see, it is clear. There's nothing in there. So I could see a little bit on here. I reckon, I'm gonna estimate 2 or 3 uses. So I'm gonna put in a new concealer for that reason. And it's going to be the Flower Beauty Concealer. And this is the Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer in Fair. This already has the stopper out because I am towards the end of it. But I've still got a bit in here. Like, there's still quite a few uses. In the ways of concealer, a little bit is way more than you think it is. So I'm gonna put this in, I'm gonna weigh it. There is no stopper. We're starting at 20.86. And that makes sense, this is glass, this is plastic. So these are comparable for me. This is a little bit lighter, but they've both got that pink undertone, so great color corrector. Love them both, wanna repurchase this. Don't need to, but want to. I've already repurchased this, so I wanna finish this to bring out the new one, basically. My powder is the Models Prefer Mineral Finishing Veil. I am also wearing this today. I'm wearing the Hourglass concealer. Here's what we're looking like. It almost looks like it's about halfway. I took the stopper out. I still have it here just in case I need it. But it looks like I've used about half. But that's assuming it was right at the top, which I don't actually know. But we are going to weigh it to see. But I'm doing pretty well with this. I've been using it as a setting powder, even though it's a finishing powder. Let's weigh that. We're at 84.1. Now we're at 83.39. So not a lot. Net weight is without packaging, right? 12 grams. Correct me if I'm wrong. But when I took the stopper out, it dropped 4 grams. But before that, I had about 1 gram. And now last month I'm losing about 1 gram a month. So if there's 12 grams, it should take me under a year because I had used this previously. Wasn't brand new. Anyway, we'll see how we go, right? Been using it, love it. It's really nice powder, so no problems there. My Mecca Max Cream Bronzer. Now this is, I had a little swivel to see how much I'd used. This doesn't come with a lot of product, but it's one of those products that looks like you're getting nothing, but you barely use any. Like, I use this all the time and it looks like I've barely used it. So this is visually how much I've used, right? And then this is how much is left. So there's not a lot of product to start with, but how I measure this is, I'm gonna measure it on here. So yeah, we have a little dip. I am using this today. I tend to wear this more on no makeup, not no makeup, but like super light makeup. Tint and moisturizer, this, and my cream bronzer pretty much is all that I'll do. So there is a difference. Very small, but consistent. So there we are for that. Next I have my Pixi blush. I love this. I'm wearing this today as my blush. I'm not wearing my powder blush. I'm wearing this one. I get compliments on this. On my TikTok, I had a few people being like, what blush are you wearing? It's just the nicest flush. My mum, I put this on my mum when she was visiting. I did my makeup quickly for her, just like a quick makeup. I put these two on her. She looked amazing. My mum hates red because she has rosacea. She thinks she can't wear red. No, ma'am, you can wear red. She looked amazing with this. And I was like, sorry, it's too hard for you to get, so don't fall in love with it. But this is like the other one. It's gonna take me a long time. I don't know if I'll ever finish this, but I'm enjoying the ride, you know? There's no visual progress, even though I know myself. You can even actually see there's a little bit of a dip happening. So that could be part of it. Maybe I need to focus more on the side. I've been enjoying it. I know I've been using it, but it is one of those products you're not going to see huge progress. If anything, it started with quite a dome and now there's not much of a dome. So when this gets to a level point, I'm going to be able to really see a difference. Okay, so there's that. My City Bronzer I'm not even going to do because I haven't been using it. I should really just, I'm going to keep it in because it's going to start not being so hot and I will get paler because I won't be in the sun as much. This for me is more of a winter bronzer. I didn't even use this. I used the other bronzer. I don't know why I put 2 bronzers in because I did a face palette and a bronzer, but I've just been using the face palette one. So I'm not even going to bother with putting that, or trying to measure that, because I know it's going to be a fail. My Colourpop Super Shock Shadow, I'm using a little bit over the top of the Pixi blush. It's really nice. It's definitely, I feel like I love this, but I don't wear it enough. And I think that is purely because it's gorgeous, but it's a lot. It's a whole thing. So anyway, visually, we're just doing visual progress here. I'm definitely using it. I'm enjoying this as well. So you can definitely see a little dip happening there. And thank you for the recommendations that you guys gave me. I've asked how to use this because I've been struggling. I've been using different brushes, and I think brush is my preferred method. It's just getting the right brush. So yeah, really like that. My eyeshadow palette I've been using so much. I've always loved it, but having it as something that I can regularly use, I've just totally fallen in love with it. I'm wearing it today, just like a very light wash. And that's kind of how I wear it, but it's the tones. The tones are just too good. I just love this palette so much. So I've actually been really loving these two. If I'm doing a little bit more of a cool tone, and you know, the 90s is coming back and it was all about cool tones. I'm really loving this, like this row, because if you look at it, they kind of recommend as a 3 row. I just love this palette. It's just so beautiful. I love these light shades where you kind of have that light part in the middle here, and just doing an all matte look, which is what I have today. Just love this palette. I love this green. It's the perfect palette, and I hate that it's discontinued. I tried to find it to link it, and you can't get it. Like, websites have it, but it's out of stock, which it's out of stock everywhere, so it's just discontinued. It's so good. And look, I can't be sad because this is going to last me a very long time. I haven't even hit pan in anything, but I just don't want it to ever go away. And I just wish it wasn't a flimsy cover, because it's going to break on me, and I'm going to be sad about it. I'm going to be real sad. Okay, now we're into my face palette. Face palette, well, this is a self-made face palette, so I'm going to go one by one, and you got a little sneak peek there of some pans and some empties. So first we're going to start with the Nars Orgasm blush. It's so funny, work gifted me another Nars Orgasm blush, and I just gave it to someone else because I was like, I'm trying to finish this one. Don't give me a brand new one. Like, I'm grateful, but I certainly don't need it when I'm struggling. This has taken me years to get to this point. So, visual progress. Let's do a little comparison. Definitely opening up here. I really am not trying to focus on this side. It just happens that way. I really need to try and focus more on this side so that we don't have uneven. I wear this blush a lot, as you can see. I really like this blush, so it's a pleasure to have in the project pan. But yeah, this could still take me the rest of the year to finish. Seeing pan doesn't mean I'm close. But it does feel very thin in about half of it, and then the other half is quite full. So I could not tell you how long it's going to take me to finish that. I wish I could tell you. Next is the Nars. This is the Orgasm Highlight. So it's just a highlighter, but it's called the Orgasm Highlight. I don't know why. Anyway, so I've been using this so much, more than the Colourpop, because they're both highlighters, blush topper highlighter. I've been using this one the most because when I open the face palette, I just tend to use everything. But this is definitely opening up. I feel like it's doing really well. I love this. This is one of my all-time favorite highlighters. When I finish this, I'm going to treat myself to Fort de France because I've been wanting that so badly. Because this is honestly the tiniest bit too dark for me, but I feel like Fort de France is that perfect champagne-y colour. Anyway, I love this. Nars do the best highlighters in the whole wide world, and I am going to finish this. I reckon I'll finish this before the blush. I don't know why I think that, but that's what I think. Gosh, it's just beautiful. I love it. The contour, my ABH contour. This was from the contour palette, and then I kept this and the powder to finish. and this is doing really well as well. It's starting to get really thin. This took me a whole year to just hit pan because, I don't know, it's the formula. It's really densely packed. But now that I've hit pan, it's really starting to open up, and this is beautiful. I'm wearing the tiniest bit of this because I kind of lost the Mecca contour stick once I put powder over it. So I put the tiniest bit of this and then went in with the bronzer that I'm about to mention. But yeah, so that's doing really well. And then the actual ABH powder I finished. I'm not replacing this because I want to focus on the models preferred. I just really wanted to finish that, and I did. So I'm very happy about that. And when I finish one more of these, I'll have space to fit in another single powder that I have that doesn't belong anywhere. It's actually Nars, the crystal pressed powder. I have like a random single of that I want to put in here, but it doesn't fit unless one of these is finished. Then I can fit that in. So that's my plan long term. We've got all pans in here, but we're not close to finishing anything in here. But I have finished this. So this is gone. I actually repressed it, and then because it was very thin around the edges, and you'll see in the comparison photo that I show you that it had a thin edge. I repressed it, and then it went pretty quickly after that. And then lastly, from the face palette, I have the Tarte Bronzer, and I have hit pan. I did not have pan last time. There was a dip, but I didn't actually think I was going to hit pan. I'm quite surprised. Once I've hit pan, this has become quite a powdery bronzer. So I feel like it's going to go the quickest out of everything left in the face palette just because of the formula. I love this. I'm wearing a little bit. I've just done a little bit of each bronzer. Just a little bit, kind of just here. But I love this bronzer. This is my summertime bronzer, so that's why I've been focusing on this one, because it's that little bit darker. I can't really use this in winter time, but yeah, I'm doing really well with this. There's yeah, I'm definitely gonna have that situation where there's like two sides. I will, because I use a big bronzer brush, it just kind of goes in the middle. I really need to intentionally focus on one side now that I have hit pan. But yeah, I'm super happy about that. I have my lip products. I didn't completely neglect them this month. So my Sydney Grace, like, it's not a lip cream, it's a lip cream. I have the shade Claire, and it's like an orange, really pretty orange lip cream. Really pretty. I've actually been wearing this the most out of the two, because it looks quite pigmented here, but when you put on your lips, it's quite sheer. It's really pretty, and it's a nice warm tone. So I've been doing well with that. Do I have much progress? I don't know. Lips are very hard to monitor. So we were at 24.97. Now we're at 24.81. So not a huge difference, but nonetheless, I have used it. Go me. I have this one in my handbag, which is why I've used it the most. My Girl Boss from Australis. You can't get this anymore. I really tried to look for you guys if you're Australian. They still have the Girl Boss lip creams, but they have like shades that no one wants. They don't have these beautiful nudes anymore. Devastated. This is the shade Me. I'm wearing it today with the lip liner. Where's my lip liner? With my Makeup Forever lip liner. Perfect combo, love it. I feel like I'm really towards the end here, but I'm hesitant to take the stopper out because I don't want to have then too much product issue. So I'm not going to do that until I feel like I'm struggling to get product out. But this is beautiful, and I do feel it getting empty. So we're at 26.96 last update. Now we're at 26.89, so barely anything. I would say 1 or 2 uses less than this, which is reflective of what I've just said. Okay, my Makeup Forever lip liner. This is done by visually measuring it. So we've got pretty consistent progress on this one. There, So if we're getting further away from the page, this is the current measurement. And the reason why this is in my project pan, I've had it for a while. It's one of my favorites, but I've had it for a while, so I need to use it up. I forgot to do this. My OXX Studio, the Kmart, Australian Kmart brand, the liquid eyeshadow duo in bronze. I've been wearing this a little bit, mainly just the matte side for simple makeup days, but we will measure this. We're at 38.54, now we're at 38.46. Actually, I've lost more than the last updates. I've actually done pretty well. Yeah, so I've been using this matte side the most. What I'll do is I'll put this on and then I'll go over it with the matte eyeshadow or a bronzer just to like powder it down in a way, because I have hooded eyes, things get a little creasy. But yes, otherwise I really like this. I still use this side, but just not as much. So I've completely lost the measurement. I'll try and make it level. So here is where we're at now, which is, we're basically at the top of the sticker, which is great reference. We're basically at the top of the sticker when I put it flat on the table. I've been loving this. I wear it every day. And not like, sometimes I'll wear something else laid over it later in the day, but I'll start my day with this Tocca Emelia. It's discontinued at Mecca. I don't know about the rest of the world. It's a beautiful citrusy laundry fresh. It's beautiful, really, really beautiful. I really love this. So let me put another, I'm gonna put the line on the actual sticker. Oh no, it's actually lower. It's such a bad line, but it's now officially on the paper, on the sticker, so I can't lose it now, you know? So there we go, there's my perfume. That's everything. We've done it. We had a completed product. We had 3 completed products and 1 pan. I'm pretty impressed with myself, not going to lie. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please give it a thumbs up. We're basically at the top of the sticker, which is great reference. We're basically at the top of the sticker when I put it flat on the table. I've been loving this. I wear it every day. And not like, sometimes I'll wear something else laid over it later in the day, but I'll start my day with this Tocca Emelia. It's discontinued at Mecca. I don't know about the rest of the world. It's a beautiful citrusy laundry fresh. It's beautiful, really, really beautiful. I really love this. So let me put another, I'm gonna put the line on the actual sticker, but it's now officially on the paper, on the sticker, so I can't lose it now, you know? So there we go, there's my perfume. That's everything. We've done it. We had a completed product. We had 3 completed products and 1 pan. I'm pretty impressed with myself, not going to lie. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.